Send me a
Hey there, Sean. You muted, I think.
I am. Rookie mistake. Let me get us recording over here. Good afternoon, Brian. Good afternoon, Mark. As I introduced us on Wednesday this week, Brian, chess, what was it? Chess extraordinaire. Mark, CEO of Trixta and TrixtaChess. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. How are we doing?
Good, all good.
It's been a long few days.
It's been a great few days.
TGIF.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Mark, we've seen some old faces in TrixtaChess. We've seen some new faces. And now we are literally seeing faces inside of TrixtaChess. Maybe you can talk us through that.
Sure. So let me share my screen while I'm at it.
Okay.
If I can find it.
While you do that, the very first comment in YouTube I'm seeing from Nick is, "Oh my God, ChessCube is back. We are back, and we are under a new name, TrixtaChess. You can visit us at trixtachess.ai. Very cool. Good to see you, Nick. And yeah, you got a bless you from Mark. He says he's the guy from LinkedIn, Mark.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me go into my own profile. I can show you. So we have a new little edit. Well, we have an edit button here that actually works. So you can upload a picture. I uploaded one of my old pictures. It's a facsimile of myself with big ears and a slightly green hue. When you add your avatar in here, then it's available in other places. So if we go into chat, you can see those people that have uploaded their avatar, like Smarty Pants, Brian, The Rock, Sean, obviously.
Yeah.
Then it will appear in all these different places. How cute. CC looks like CC. Yeah, and so the avatar is available in different places, in your lists, in your friends lists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just need to encourage everyone to upload an avatar to make it even more social.
Mm-hmm.
But what I can say is that we only started building the site last Tuesday for the first time from nothing. And it's gone through a lot of iterations. A lot of the time was actually spent on product thinking. It wasn't actually the building part. We have been building though, but we wanted to make it a bunch of changes. Like early on, it was like very austere and grey looking. But we wanted to be colorful and vibrant, and pick up some of the old ChessCube ideas into TrixtaChess. So I'm super excited at all these different elements now. I did show this on Wednesday.
Yeah. While you have your screen shared there, Mark, let's have a look at the new feature there called rankings. I want to show off that feature for a very specific reason. I'm on top of it right now.
Oh yeah, point of time. Preserved in memory in this video. Look at that.
Exactly. So,
I believe it.
So we do have two leaderboards right now, one for rating and one for the amount of games played. And those are subdivided into today, this week, and all time. So these leaderboards are constantly being updated. If you are watching the stream, please come back and get yourselves on these leaderboards. It's a little bit of a status that you can keep with you, that you were there for a day or a week, or maybe just on top of full time. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Who's Martin? That isn't Martin from ChessCube days, is it?
Maybe. We don't know.
We'll have to find out. Cool. So, Sean, what other elements should we show off?
How about we play a game, Mark?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get my screen shared. Give me 1 second, and we can show everybody what else.
Okay, you'll challenge me maybe.
Okay. So let's get your screen share and my screen share up, and we'll pin it for everybody. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. And I'll challenge Mark to a game. Mark is in my friends list, so I can just send him a challenge on our new profile pop-up that pops up here. We can see Mark's photo, where he's from, his current rating, how many games he's played, and a little bit of an about me as well, that everybody can put in. So I'll challenge Mark. I just do want to caveat this game that Mark is a 4-time South African chess champion, and I'm just a community manager at TrixtaChess.
I don't think we'll play a whole game because of time, so we'll just play a few moves.
We'll play about 6, 7, 8 moves, yeah.
Do some pre-moves. That's one cool thing. For any bullet players, it's a necessity.
Okay, I didn't pre-move there.
Oh no,
Thank
this
you.
is what happens when I pre-move. Thanks, Brian.
Yes. This is also what happens when he doesn't pre-move.
Okay, I think at this point with a
Check.
bishop
Oh,
with
you've got a saving move. Let's see, Sean. No helping. Queen. No, that's your. No, that's queen. Queen
no,
d4. Oh my!
I'm not gonna
heavens.
do that. I know I could
Ooh.
have taken with a knight, but I do actually want Mark to win this game.
Cool,
So
Sean, maybe you can resign now
I
and
think
we
at
can
this
carry
point,
on.
being a queen, a bishop, a knight, and a pawn down, it is time for me to resign. So
By the way, you've almost got a mate here, almost, with bishop c6 double check. Then I have to move king there, and then you bring your rook down, and I have one escape square.
I will.
So I probably didn't play this
I will
best that I could
resign.
have.
But what we do want everybody to look out for is our new game end screen. So if I resign, we do have a confirmation. Are you sure you want to resign? I'm going to say yes. And if you look at the two screens on screen right now, you'll see me as the black player or as the white player. I lost the game, so I have a nice little red background on my panel here. I can see what happened to my rating. I lost 28 elo points.
So
Yeah.
I wonder who's. Oh, we should check the leaderboard.
Yeah.
We should in this maybe for the next stream, Mark. But if you look over at Mark's screen on his side,
sorry,
yeah,
I'm checking my leaderboard. Sorry,
well
I couldn't
done.
help it.
Okay, I was there for 10 minutes. I'll take it. My little moment to shine. But on Mark's screen, Mark, if you can go back to that game down there, at the bottom, just at the bottom of your and the games list. At the bottom,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to show off that you have the green panel that shows that you won. So it's a nice little indicator together with the old Chess Skip sound pack that Mark won that game. Obviously his knight is black. The TrixtaChess logo, because he played black. On my side, you'll see it's white. And then of course we can then either just rematch or go find somebody else to play. In my case, I likely will go find somebody else to play. Because I'm a bit afraid of Mark, but yeah, that was a fun little game. You can also see inside of the move dialogue is we get a reconfirmation of the points that I've lost and the elo points that you've gained. So yeah, over to you, Mark.
Cool. So let's just run through all the different menu items. So let's go through. So tournaments. I don't think tournaments appears for everyone else, just for us because we're admin. But yeah, tournaments will come at some point. We're trying to figure out what's the best order of proceedings in getting things done. Just for the audience, the teams worked really hard in getting this version out. It's been 9 days of work. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody a long weekend on our side with Monday off as well. So they're going to get a 3-day weekend. And then on Tuesday, we're going to pick it up with this. Obviously, this version will be running over the weekend. And our goal is to start marketing Chess Cube. So I think, many of you maybe heard me previously talk about how do you market something where there's a chicken and egg problem. Right. And the chicken and the egg actually is that somebody will come in here, there's no games going, and then they'll hang around for a bit and leave because they want to play. So we're going to be getting a series of chess players to come into TrixtaChess and just play, all comers, all hours, just to make sure that anybody that arrives has a game to play. So that's important. So I'm actually going to an event tomorrow where I'm going to maybe speak to some of the players and try and get them. We have 1 or 2 from the past of Chess Cube who seem interested in actually joining in. So that'll be awesome. And then not only are we going to bring them in, we're going to start a process of marketing, which we kind of held back because we wanted the site to be at a certain phase, which we feel it's now ready for that. So we're going to start marketing in different ways, social media, videos, bit of paid marketing and that type of thing. But I know there's still a small crowd. We'd really appreciate you telling your friends about it and coming in. So like Tuesday South African time or UK time, more in the morning, is kind of the push, like EU time in the morning. is where we're going to really be pushing it. But let me just maybe jump through a few more. So we have Watch. I see Torian's probably testing. Oh no, these are older games. Okay. And then we've done the rankings. Okay, coming back to chat. It's looking a bit more lively. You can see everybody in the chat. I have a lot of friends here today, I've noticed. So my friends are in green.
I was about to say, how could you tell? But yeah, well done.
And then yeah, my friends list. So these are all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, friends. Some of them have got avatars now. Hey, Brian, nice avatar. It's just giving me a Terminator vibe though for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are online. If you invite a friend though, initially we're going to be allocating qubits for people that invite friends. So you can either click on this or copy. Sorry, you can copy this link and add it to your text messages or your iMessage or your WhatsApps and send that to your friends, and then we will take note.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, your Facebook or anything like that. Twitter.
Yeah, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can put it out there. And then if friends join up, then we'll reward you with qubits. And we haven't explained what we're going to do with qubits yet. But it's not going to be the qubits of the old days. It's a new kind of thing. So we will be explaining more and more, and it is useful to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Also send an invite via email. And then the ideas board. There's been quite a bit of movement here. Leaderboard, I think this is really in. So I'm going to move this across here to complete it. And it's actually in though, isn't it, Sean?
2 of the leaderboards that we have planned, yeah. There's still a couple more.
I see. Okay, so there are a few more. Yeah.
While you have the Chess 916 ideas there is a comment from our friend Nick on YouTube asking why we haven't done Chess 960 yet. I know you've explained it before, but if you just want to take a very quick 1 minute, Mark. Yeah.
Sure. So the one thing that I want to do is build up some volume first, because we have no real volume yet on the site. So we need to build up a bit of volume of players playing. So we're going to stick to classic chess. We may on Tuesday at some point implement multiple time controls. For now, we're just focusing on 3-minute games.
Mm-hmm.
And then as volume comes in, we can start, fanning out the options of what people could do. If we have 960 and classical chess on at the same time, then we're splitting the volume. So we'd rather do it when we have a little bit more volume, but we are planning to do it. But also with 960, when we built the front end, the visual layer, we used an open source project called Chessboard React, I think it's called, which includes also chess.js. And chess.js doesn't fully manage 960. So we're going to have to build our own one. So we can do that next week. It's quite easy for us to build these things. I mean, TrixtaChess is not vibe coded, but we can vibe code little elements. Or when I say vibe code, I mean AI assisted coding.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably take that open source project and extend it, or we'll just build our own project to manage both classical and 960. And then over time, we can add more variants down the line. We do have an engine we built on the server side for those technical people. So you have a front end and you have a server side. On the server side, we already have got 960. We built that using AI-assisted coding. As far as I remember, it's a C language for extra speed. So it does support 960 and classical. And over time, we can add more variants into that. That's on the server side, but visually, we also have to manage it on the actual application itself. Mm-hmm. So that's the part that we'd have to make some changes to, as well as a few little elements within the challenging to include 960. But 960 will come.
Yep.
Brian, do you play much 960 or are you a classical player?
No, yeah, mainly just bullet at this point. So the sooner that arrives, the better. I know a lot more games if bullet makes it into it. So yeah, if that happens Tuesday, that'll be nice. But 960, no, rarely. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like it, but yeah. In fact, maybe I like it more now, just because I've got such a terrible opening theory left.
Yeah.
After all these years, I mainly just fianchetto a few bishops. Yeah. And throw some pieces at the center.
Yeah, Nick does say thank you for that explanation, Mark.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is to do with quick pairing, and Lichess just has the buttons for get into a 1-minute game or whatever, and I think you can drive traffic with quick pairing. So if we at some point have a quick pairing, different time controls, 960, whatever, people will just play it more because it's more visible, right? Just click on a button and you're in a 960 game. So.
totally. Yeah, so I think we spoke about this before. We can probably start fanning out the variants because if people are finding it taking too long to find the pin, they might just switch over anywhere you are. So so I think they'll train themselves on how to do it. Then as we get more volume, things will change.
Right.
I just want to shout out Brankitsa, that's back on Chess Game. One of our previous moderators, major Chess Game fan. Yeah, thank you for coming back.
Yes. Cool. So, Sean, anything else that we should show? I think you're closer to the product than I am at the moment.
Yeah, I think for now you've gone through everything, Mark. There has been a ton of updates and fixes to our existing functionality already. The website or the application is functioning a whole lot better now. It's nice and fast, it's slick. The clocks are looking good. The next steps is literally just adding functionality, right? Like Brian and I already chatted before this about some things we had in mind. We'll be adding some things next week. One thing that is quite cool, if you look at the ideas board now, is that there's a search bar. So if anybody watching the stream or anyone inside of TrixtaChess at the moment, you can come add an idea. But if you want to make sure it's been mentioned already, give it a search. You might find what you've already what you want to suggest, and go ahead and upvote that ticket just for better visibility. You can upvote any of the ideas you see in the board. Yeah.
But do other users see the suggestions?
No, the suggestions is just for the team right now.
Yeah, so we see this column. Everyone else just sees everything to the right of that. So if we're happy with it, we'll move it into suggest an idea board. That way we have a bit more control and we don't get flooded with too many ideas at the same time. And then once it's in ideas, we can then start moving into work in progress and then ultimately complete it and then make it live.
Exactly. Yeah.
So one thing I do want, I'm going to just stop sharing my screen. One thing I do want to explain is that we are building. So like, how did we build this? And a lot of people just think it's vibe coded AI or something along those lines, and it's not that. We've actually built Trixta tools that you can build systems like these very fast. And unlike AI-assisted coding, where it tends to be quite quick to build something, often one-shot building for people that just are happy just to roll the dice and see what comes out. But it takes a bit longer to build a scalable, production-ready platform. And with Trixta tools, we can build a system relatively fast. Right now, maybe a bit slower than a vibe-coded platform or an AI-assisted platform, but much faster in getting it. I'll call it production-ready because it's actually pretty much production-ready out of the gate. So in Trixta tools, you build a project, and then you just continually evolve it. So people that have been watching us over the last 9 days will have noticed that things just change all the time. And that's because we are literally changing elements and evolving the platform pretty much in real time. Pretty much you don't have to refresh. Sometimes on the front end, you have to do a refresh of the web browser just to kind of get the latest front end elements in. But over time, you won't even have to do that pretty much. Most of the time, it'll just auto refresh itself, or things will just suddenly appear. And for the technical amongst us, the back end, we can make changes anytime we want to. And generally, it doesn't need a recompilation because, yeah, I'm getting too technical. But you don't have to stop the application and rebuild it and rerun it. It just continually runs all the time. This is quite a novelty, and these tools are really good and fast. But while we're building TrixtaChess, part of our team is also focusing on the tool set and improving them. And our goal over the next couple of months is to make those tools even more dumbed down so that we can build faster without doing too much stuff. We can maybe just talk to it or do some indications. But also in the longer run, our goal is to open this up to our chess community and say, well, we're going to give you clubs and different and frameworks that you can work with, or templates rather. So there could be a club template. So you can just create a club. We're going to build clubs, and then you might want to modify your club, and we'll give you simple tools to do quick modifications. But then over the next few months, we're going to open up our tool set that you can build out crazy new functionality in your clubs or in anything, or build out your own chess site or your own variation of a chess site, or even other games if you wanted to. So our focus is very much on using this experience to improve the tools so that we can ultimately open this up to the community. So anybody can build anything, or you could have a private club that you totally modify and build yourself and share it only with your friends. Or if you wanted to, you can launch it as a separate application and even monetize it, and we will actually help you, with the payment rails and managing the users and additional tooling to help. So we have a long-term goal of actually opening up tools to the entire chess world and then other gamers to build out everything they want to build out, and we'll manage the infrastructure layer for you. And so there's a lot to come. And I don't think I've expressed this before in one of our previous streams, but that is our goal. We want to work with you. And also, chess players often are technical. And so we're going to be focusing a lot on actually allowing technical people who have interests in things like AI to use our tools in conjunction with the AI elements within that to empower themselves in many different ways. And I have a view. Look, the future is going to be different. We're going to see big changes coming in the next 5 years. But I think playing chess and learning chess is good for the brain, because cognitively, we need to be very agile to take advantage of the changes coming in the next few years. Yeah. And it's been shown that young people who learn chess actually do very well in cognitive capabilities. And Brian, any thoughts on your side on that?
No, just on that note, I mean, I guess you will have built this when you open it up, is sandboxing, so that one developer's ideas don't take out the rest of the site and all of that. So that's all baked in. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. Maybe I think I may have shared this before. Have I shared my other diagram, Sean?
On the 12-hour live stream, but there may be people in this chat or the stream that hasn't seen the diagram yet.
Okay, I'm going to just share it briefly. Mm-hmm. This is not a picture of anything. This is something that I created with Claude Design. But this center, can you see my mouse moving?
Yeah.
This centerpiece here is the network, and it's an organizational network where anybody can build an organization of their own, and that it lives in this network. So here we have TrixtaChess, which is an organization. And there could be many other organizations that live here, and they're all separate from each other. What's very unique about this is that it's not centralized in the way that a normal application would be for a company, where, like, if you look at chess.com and other chess sites, they have a central system that connects all the different pieces together and works with the public. But in our environment, we could allow you to create your own organization that maybe uses some of the capabilities of TrixtaChess, but it's your own independent one. Mm-hmm. And so we could have hundreds of thousands of millions of these. There's no limitation, actually. There's no scalability issue for us, because these all run on separate machines. And we do provide machines for people. Not only do we provide machines, or nodes, we call them, which are a sub-element of a machine. You could have a number of them to scale. So if you had 1 million people online, we could have a multiplicity of nodes connecting up, so that you could actually have a massively expansive system without having to worry about things like DevOps or infrastructure management. It's all pretty much automated. And then the tools that we offer internally, which we showed off when we built, is TrixtaOS, which is the operating system view of this organization. So this product allows you to get a total view of all the people, all the AI agents, all the systems that are in this organization. Trixta Studio allows you to go a bit deeper in building, really more comprehensive business, business rules and effectively similar to coding, but we don't have coding in the traditional sense. And then this app here is the app that we showed you, which is TrixtaChess, the app itself. So the app, and you have multiple apps. These apps, Studio and OS, all have an interface into this underlying server layer, which operates in our network. Sure. We can also have consultants coming in to assist you. So we could assist in your environment, or we have other consultants that we're working with closely who can come in and help you build out your own worlds, or your own businesses, or your own organizations. Sure. And all of this runs on Trixta Decard, which I won't get. That's more complex, so I'm not going to go into that explanation today. But yeah, I just wanted to express that a little bit, because it's kind of interesting where this is going to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
very exciting.
Cool. Yeah, TGIF
One last question, Mark,
Okay, off you go.
from a viewer on this side is
Yeah.
what makes you confident about TrixtaChess that ChessCube didn't have the last time? There's so much more, eh?
Yeah, so I will explain it. So when we ran ChessCube in the old days, we were very technically proficient. I mean, I'd say of all the chess sites out there, ChessCube was technically in advance of the others. But from a business point of view, we struggled. We introduced qubits at a certain point. Chess.com introduced subscriptions and pushed that very strongly, which is the right way to go, probably, to build out a commercially successful platform. And we hit a point where we actually ran out of money in ChessCube. It was around early 2011, and we had to restructure things to keep it alive by removing all of the software engineers out of that and move them to a separate business, have them around in case we needed them. And then Sean took over at that point. But then later we had other CEOs. Sean, I'm not sure if we took over then, but we had other CEOs that came in and tried to, make ChessCube commercially successful. But they did that by aggressively, trying to force buying of qubits by applying qubits to everything, even unrated games. And that's not something that we're planning on doing now. And the monetization strategy is going to be different. We want to monetize over time. Probably we'll add a subscription module, and we will have qubits, but they'll be used for other things, which we will explain in the future. But also, if other companies or organizations want to run their own chess systems, we would obviously charge them to help them build it if they wanted us to help. We also charge for infrastructure. So I think from a commercial point of view, I feel it's a lot easier for us to do. And we also are planning to raise money in the future, maybe the next few months, once we've proven out our network model on, in our chess site. And also another very important point, which it may not be obvious, but we've built this version in 9 days. And this version is now quite solid. And there's more to come, and there must be a few bugs here and there that we'll fix as we go. But we have a superpower. We can move really quickly. We think in the next 2 or 3 months, we could have done this probably in a third of the time, maybe in 20% of the time. So we have the superpower of being able to build more and do more. And one of our goals is to build out additional products like chess club products, league, maybe real world administration for certain chess organizations. So there's a lot we can do, and we can do it really quickly. In the old days, we had at 1.23 people working at ChessCube, of which many they were software engineers, and they couldn't move at great speed. In fact, the more we had, the slower they got, to be honest, until we went down to 10. So I think we have superpowers now that we didn't have before. We're very open to collaborating with others. We're more than happy to work with any other company. We'd love to work with chess.com and Lichess and anybody else. There's a lot of people with interesting chess ideas out there that I think are going to, change the way that chess works. Chess has exploded in the world as well, so there's probably 4 or 5 times as many players. Also, when we started ChessCube, one of our early ideas was to focus on younger people, or maybe an average player, but it moved very quickly towards strong players, actually. But we think that chess.com, Lichess, they handle very well strong players, and chess.com's got a lot of content around younger players. But I think there's a new kind of chess player, people who just love it for the fun of it. Young people, they follow people like Hikaru and Magnus, and they know what's happening in the chess scene, and they want to play, do fun things, and we want to make this fun. So we're very much going to gear this towards fun. So I hope that wasn't too long-winded. But anyway, I feel like we have a big opportunity to do something very different to what we did before, yet keeping some of the underlying spirit of what we did.
Cool.
I think we've come to the end of our session.
I was just mesmerized listening to that, Mark. That's great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I think it's beer time now.
Absolutely. I'm just watching the chat in the Cube Cafe, and there's such a bunch of old names coming on. People are really enjoying seeing everybody again. It's been 6 years, so
wow.
Time to catch up and everything. It's really cool. We have a user, Chase, that came in and said, I wanted to grab this username as quickly as possible, maybe because it wasn't available on ChessCube at the time, but he's absolutely right. This is the time to grab the username you want. So, except Sean or Mark or Brian, those are taken. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm happy to end there. I'm happy to send the team off on a great weekend, and all our viewers. Thank you, Mark, for leading us this week. It's been incredible working with the team as well, as always. When do we see our community again? Is it Wednesday next week?
Yeah, I'd say Wednesday. So Monday we're all taking off. I mean, we'll be around, maybe some of us playing.
I'll be there
a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, but Tuesday's really our kind of big day where we're going to start. We're not expecting fireworks on Tuesday, but we want to get a solid base in, and then we're going to be advertising and seeing how many people we can bring in. So please help us.
We really need your help. Get a friend in, let that friend get a couple more friends in, and we're really hoping to make the community pop. Yeah. Mark, thank you very much for your time. Brian, thank you for your time as always. Hope you have a good weekend.
Well.
And everybody,
have a great weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you on TrixtaChess.ai at any time from now till the end of the weekend. Yeah, have a good one.
Cool.
Thanks.
See you.
Bye.
Cheers.